Y'all, I had ran out of boxes for my orders. So I had to come and go get some more boxes. And the guy in there, y'all, his eyes is red, bloodshot red. You know, I'm asking questions. I said, why your eyes red like that? You ain't got no white. That's your problem. That's what I told the ninja. You ain't got no damn white. Why him fighting the women? Hold on. Yeah, let me bring y'all in here.
Damn it, Diamond, you fucked up.
Huh?
You fucked up, Diamond.
We definitely heard you
We
loud and clear. Now,
heard
we ain't gonna repeat
everything,
you,
Diamond.
but we
You
heard you
fucked
loud and
up.
clear. So if you just know that, sister, we heard you loud and clear.
We heard everything.
What y'all heard?
We're not gonna repeat that.
Number is blah 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 blah. We heard that
Nerdy,
number.
you do too
You should have
much,
muted us.
Nerdy. Like you ain't have to
Damn
say
it.
that to give.
We
Like you
heard
could
you
have
flirting,
inboxed
trying to get them discounts and all, but we also heard that number.
Shut your ass up, dirty.
Diamond, they did. They was in the comments like, Diamond, mute. They was telling you to mute up.
I didn't even have my phone right there. All right, so listen, I changed my phone number in 2.3 seconds.
Okay, we got the message out.
Yes, y'all. Just please don't call her.
Yeah, respect, please.
Talking about
Respect
it.
her,
Don't
honestly.
keep talking about it because everybody's not here, so don't keep talking about it.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Anyways,
You're right.
That ninja say, y'all, he been up keeping up somebody's child up all night.
somebody else's child, not his own.
Somebody else's daughter. That's why his eyes was red.
I'm sorry, but it couldn't be me. I couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. What drop it? What happened? Somebody reported my live. Let me find out it was that ninja we was talking about his ass, and he reported my live.
Right in the middle of my sentence.
Angie, I wanted to ask you a question. So you said he told you.
Figure out all that giggling you was doing.
Angie, you said he told you the next day after he went on his date?
I told y'all I'm a big flirt. I ain't gonna bust
Yes,
a
but
grape.
No, we know you was flirting right when he handed you over that
happened before
daggone
that. He
discount.
ain't had no choice but to tell me.
Hell yeah, you flirt all day, every day for that discount. The fuck? Did what you supposed to do.
I need all mine.
Hell yeah.
So what happened there?
No, I was asking Angie, and she said he told her the day after he went on the date. I was like, what made him tell her?
Y'all tap the screen, y'all. Let's get to 100K, y'all.
So it was actually the weekend of his birthday. So he told me that Monday that he was going out with his family and friends. They was going to the club or something. And I said, cool, I'm not an overbearing person. If you want to go out and have fun, you can do that because I'm gonna do the same thing. So on Fridays, my family we have game nights. So this happened on a Friday. And I told him what time I'll be ready or whatever, which was like around 12. It was like midnight. Come midnight, didn't hear from him. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I called those people who he said that he was going to be with, and they was like, "Oh no, we haven't seen him all night." So he didn't come back until like 4 in the morning. I already knew. Like you not answering my calls and you're not with those people who you said you was gonna be with. I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing. So that few hours later, when they got light outside, then he was like, okay, yeah, I did this and I did this. And that was it for me. It didn't have to take no sex, and it didn't have to take none of that. You disrespected me, and at this at this age, I'm young, but at this age, I ain't got time for that. My peace is worth way more. I ain't got time for that. It is what it is. So I divorced him after us being married for 5 years. That was it for me. You ain't gotta do much to disrespect me, and I set those boundaries before we got married. You broke those boundaries. It's over.
But people don't understand that cheating is a selfish thing because it's like you're going out finding somebody else other than the partner that you're currently with, right? you're dismissing how they feel and only worry about what you're feeling at the time that you are cheating on your person. And it's just break. It's like you're not committed no more. You're that desperate to go out, sneak out, and try to cover everything up for you to go out with a person. I understand that feelings may change like over the years or over time, but it's better just to tell somebody how you feel and leave them than just to go cheat and now both people are hurt and then your tires are slashed. Like, come on now.
Yeah, because it's kind of crazy. Even him going out and going on a date, somebody said in the comments, like, did he do anything? We don't know.
I don't know, but guess what? It does not matter.
It don't matter.
From the beginning, he lied, and then you
Exactly.
not, you know what I'm saying? That's a boundary. Don't lie to me because I'm the type of person you can
About
come
that,
to
what
me
else
with
are you lying about?
anything. And you
Why
can come
y'all
to me
not
with
tapping the
anything. I'm an
screen?
open book, and I'm not
It
gonna
ain't
judge
12
you.
o'clock yet. Y'all
And
need to be tapping the
as him being
screen.
my husband, that's one thing that we talked about. You know, you can come to me with anything, period. And it's the fact that he was 8 years older than me. So it ain't like we was at that time, he wasn't the same age. He's a grown man and he should know better. You can't what can Michelle say? He's already grown. What you gonna do? I'm not about to change no man. He made those decisions for himself. So why would I try to change him?
So you a one and done.
I'm a one and done. When it
One and
comes to
done.
any other woman into my relationship or into my marriage, because we set those boundaries before we got serious, and if you break those boundaries, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, because you have
Like,
to
I,
regain that
I
trust
agree
and
with
you
the
build
one
up
and
that
females,
done.
trust, and that's a lot of hard work and everything. Like
females don't have
once
that type
you break
of.
that trust is done. It is
Yeah.
done.
Hmm.
And you're right. You're right. A lot of females these days, especially females that's around my age, they don't have those boundaries. It's too many
Mm-mm.
diseases out here. It's too much other stuff that we have to deal with and deal with a man that wants to go out and do what he wants to do. Let him go and let him be happy. But here's the thing: to this day, he's still in the same situation that he was in.
I
Well,
don't
that
condone
proves to
cheating, but I
you.
do
Leah.
have a question. I don't condone cheating. I'm a jealous person. I ain't gonna do it. I already told my husband. He just don't know. I might snap. I might end up locked up for life. So don't play with me. But my problem is,
Well, why you gonna
even
go
though,
to jail for life, Drop?
huh?
Why you gonna go to jail for life?
Cause I'm gonna take his head off and spit down his throat.
She gonna be on Snapped.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
on Snap.
Exactly. So why go through all of that?
Hold on, but let me
I
tell you
can't
why.
say.
Because he already know what I've been through. You know, I'm very open. I'm very honest. I mean, I'm just like that. I'm gonna tell you. I don't mind speaking my heart,
Mm-hmm.
how I feel, or anything. So you already know. I'm older now. I just don't have time for it. I've wasted
Mm-hmm.
enough years. So, but I did want to ask a question
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm saying all that because I'm older now. But
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger, and I'm not looking to date after this. I might get married again. Who knows? But
Miss
I'm
Drop
just
Queen,
saying,
how old are you?
I'm gonna be 50
Okay,
in
I'm 40.
October.
I'm 42.
Yeah.
I'll be
So
43. Okay.
yeah. So my question is, when you're younger and you one and done,
Hey, y'all tap the
I
screen.
understand why Dominant one and done because she's older too. So when you're younger and you're one and done and say, well, I'm gonna break this marriage off, then I'll get married again, and then you're still taking a chance. The same stats on
Yeah.
your husband cheating again, the
Mm-hmm.
next husband can do.
We'll
So
cheat
do you
again
break
too.
that marriage off and then get married again? And then because the stats on if he'll cheat doesn't change. Each man you be with, the proximity we are to men is the most harm that we get in. So if you're in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
with men, we know that it's more likely that okay, they may cheat, they may be violent, they may be whatever. So do
Mm-hmm.
you keep getting divorces until you finally find a man who doesn't cheat?
No, you just don't
Here's
date.
it's not about exactly it's not about getting divorces. It's about, first of all, like I said, it's about the disrespect. First of all, you lied to me, you disrespected me.
I
I know
understand
that
that.
a
I
man.
understand that, but you're not answering my question. I understand all of that. I understand everything that comes along with
Okay.
cheating and how it makes you feel. But I'm saying if you put all of that stuff in a bottle, and that man may have cheated once and may learn from his mistakes. So you're
Mm-hmm.
taking a chance, stand with him that he may cheat, But when you get into a new marriage, you're still it's still a chance that that person may cheat. So my question to you is, do you just keep getting divorces till you find a man who the chance that you hit the jackpot?
It
You see
may
what I'm saying?
the problem is that it might be a me problem if I keep finding these men that
Exactly. I was
keep
getting
cheating.
there.
I
The
disagree with
same
that. Cheating
pot
is a
that
choice.
keep kicking
But
in and
and
keep
that's a
thinking,
bad way. And I wasn't even talking to nerdy, but that's a bad way to think that anything that you
we have a
did made a
panel.
person cheat. I don't believe in that. I don't believe anything that
Drop
you do
queen.
because cheating is a
But the
choice.
chances of him
Drop
cheating
queen.
is
Are you?
also
Would
higher
you
if you
stay
stay
with a
with
man
him.
after he cheated, or would you leave?
And yes I would, because I believe that we can work through it, because I'm telling that the chances that if I get out of this marriage, if I was
No,
a
but my
younger
next
woman.
question is okay. So
Okay.
I'm done. I'm with you on one time.
Hmm.
I might even take two, but you played with me.
Okay, yeah, I don't
If
believe
he
in surrogate.
continues to do it and
Yeah,
not change,
yeah, you
would
have
you
to.
still? Okay,
No, of
that's
course
all I
not.
wanted to know.
Of course not. No, but I'm saying if we're gonna be a one and done type of person, the chances is still the same with the next person.
No, I
I
But
get
that's
it.
the
understand
I
that, but
stay
what
with
but
my
that's
I'm
the
husband
reason.
after
but
he
the
But
thing
that's
cheated.
is,
the reason why
I
you
can
got so many
allow
women
it by
saying
staying
I
in
don't
a
even want to. I don't want to
relationship.
get married.
I can answer. I Let me just answer your question, and it's
I
okay if we disagree. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is that
Babe, let me see your
before
phone.
you get married, you're in a relationship. So it's a whole bunch I can say, but say if I start dating another man, if I see those red flags, if I see that from his past relationships that he cheated, that he was disrespectful, I don't want to marry you anyway. So it's not going to be like marriage after marriage after marriage. It's I'm going just going to be dating. I'm just not going to get married to you.
I don't think you still didn't answer my question, because I understand all that. So you didn't see any of those red flags in the man that you did marry that cheated?
I can get to that. So this is how it was when we got together. When we got together before marriage, I was really young. I was like 22, 23. He Like I said, he's older than me. But when we got together, we was in the same boat. We struggled. But as I got older, I see myself building myself up, but he didn't try to do that. So he was just rolling along with the relationship. And because I felt like we went through a lot of things together, that I should marry him. But then again, I was young then. Now that I'm older, it's like that struggle love is really a thing. Not saying that is right, because it ain't. It's really a thing. Like how I thought back then, I definitely don't think now
You didn't
at
answer
all.
my question, and every question I ask, not to be rude or disrespectful, but when I ask a question, you never answer it. You give a whole
What
lot
kind
of
of
other
answer are you
details.
looking
I
for from
did
her
answer. You
then?
said, "Will I go
No,
Babe,
what
come
you
from
get
didn't
your
marriage to
phone.
answer.
marriage to
No,
marriage?" The
no.
answer
I
is
asked a
Come get
absolutely
your
question.
phone.
no.
I asked a specific question. Did you see red flags
I
in your
just
first
said
husband?
that.
No, you didn't say it. You said
I
we had
did see the
struggle up.
red.
We was young.
I
You
said the
gave a whole
red
lot.
flag. I seen the red flags, but as me being young and not having the mentality that I have now, I ignored those red flags.
You
That's what
never
I'm
said that,
saying.
ma'am. You didn't say
As
that at first.
So
Okay,
ignoring the
well, I
red flag.
Okay.
apologize if I
Uh,
didn't. But
Yeah, you did.
as I'm getting older, my mentality is so much further than what it was when I was that 22, 23-year old. I
So do you
ignored
know that
those
men
red
can?
I
flags.
can't lie. I
You
don't
do know
ignore
that
them.
men
I,
can
I
date
found
and men
out
can
from
hide.
looking.
well, we
You
do
can
know
hide
from
red
being on
flags,
here. Yeah, we do know from being on here that we do ignore the red flags, and I
but
keep
we know
saying
that some men
we
Absolutely.
hide
have
red
to be
flags too.
honest. Yes,
But
and that's why I keep saying we have to be honest with ourselves, because even though we are on the social media having these conversations, if we don't
Manny, what do
start
you
being
mean by
honest.
ignoring the red flags? Are you talking about
Hold
the
on, hold on,
signs?
sister. Hold on, no, hold on, sister. Just go with the story. That's why I say that we have to be honest with ourselves, because even though we get on here and give a persona, some things we do tend to believe if we continue to do it over and over and over. And one thing I have noticed is that anytime we have girl topics, boy topics, it don't matter what the topics is, we will get to a point where we start lying to ourselves, even on this app, and those be the same red flags that we carry into our real reality.
Okay, I can respond to some of the comments. Yeah, like I said, the mentality that I had as a young 20-year-old is not the mentality that I have now. As I said before, I have an old soul. So basically, okay, I could tell you the reason why I got married to that man is because growing up, I seen my mama go from man to man and marriage to marriage. I didn't want to have that for my life. So I said, okay, I'm going to do the right thing and I'm going to get married and I'm going to be faithful and stick with my husband. But as I got older over the years, I'm like, I'm getting too old to be going through the same issues and seeing all these red flags and ignoring them. So it's time for me to leave for myself. Now I have a young child. Is what my son is 10, but he was younger back then. I have to have the right mind, and he has to see his mom be respected, so he will know what he's going to grow up to see. Because me, I didn't grow up seeing good things in relationships, so I want my son to see. Okay, I see this man respecting my mother, and this is how I should respect a woman. So yes, I did ignore those red flags back then. But as this 30-year-old now with an old soul, I'm not tolerating it. Period.
Well, that's why I
Was
say
she doing the same thing? How she doing it? Because she left the relationship?
It was somebody in the comments.
I was asking Manny because he
Yes,
said you're doing the
yes.
same thing that your mom did.
No,
Yes.
how am
well,
I doing?
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
the
doing the same thing
same
that my
thing. I
mom
mean,
did.
even if you put space in between it, it's still a new person. But what I
Exactly.
was gonna
I
say is
understand
that's
that, but
why
why
I
stay
said
with
no. I'm not saying
someone?
But
to your
isn't any
sister.
relationship
But
taking
what I'm
some type
saying
of
is,
risk?
I'm going forward with what I'm saying, which is that's why I said I would stay in my particular marriage because, again, y'all are going to be the same people that's out here in the dating pool that's going to be around with these same shenanigans. So why would I start over to come out there to meet somebody that may have been on TikTok with this rhetoric and all this foolishness? I might as well stay in my own marriage and try to work that out, no matter how bad it would be. Because when I turn on TikTok, y'all gonna let me know, oh no, it gets worse, baby.
But that just
Manny,
means
she
that
made a
what
key
what
point
why
though.
why
She
what
made
I'm
a
not
key point,
dismissed by the
y'all,
other
when she
person.
said the kids though. The kids.
Yeah,
So
like
you
come
gonna
on
stay in the
now.
Even
relationship
for
and it's
kids, I've
toxic in
heard
front of the
y'all
kids.
over and
No, not for the kids.
sister, I've
It's
heard
toxic
y'all
in
over and
front of the
over say
kids.
all scenarios about kids. I would stay for the kids, the
No,
family,
no,
I
the
didn't
no.
say
That's not what
that.
I
everything at
said.
this point
Stop,
I
because it
Manny.
didn't
gets
say
no
that.
Manny,
Me and
better.
Manny,
my
Manny,
husband
It
Manny,
got
gets
Manny.
no
Out
No,
of
better.
stop.
desperation and laziness
It
to
gets
Manny,
no
I
stay
didn't
better.
say
in
I
a
stay
didn't say
for the
relationship
that.
kids.
guys
Wait,
just
stop. Wait.
make yourself feel
Manny,
better.
I didn't say stay for the kids. I
I'm
said, what if
saying
it's
I stay
toxic?
for
Manny, what
everything.
if it's toxic in front
Long
of the
as it
kids?
ain't
But she
nothing.
didn't
Exactly.
say it was toxic though. She
I
said
Long
it
as
was
it
good.
ain't
did.
nothing that
She
I
did
can't
say
I
stand
that.
out
did
with.
say it
She
was
did.
toxic.
I heard
Oh, baby,
her.
I'm
Sometimes if you
staying.
stay,
I
I'm
heard
staying.
her. She
It's too
said
much
that.
going
She
on out
said
here.
she
I
said
said
that she
that.
had to leave because it was toxic for her kids. So once it becomes when you got
Hold
younger
on. She said it
children,
was toxic for her kids because he cheated, but she never said
No,
you never said that you left because your relationship was toxic. Those are
but
two
He,
different
but
things.
let's
listen.
really
he
keep it
actually
real. Our kids
didn't.
with each
repeat what they see.
other.
So
So if
exactly. So she's repeating what she saw her mama do it
my
did. That's
kids
what
are
made
No,
me
older.
that's
upset.
not what
My
I
kids are
said.
older.
That's
So
That's what
what
not
I
made
what
me
I
choose
upset.
to
said.
deal with is what I choose
I'm
to
not
deal with.
You know
repeating
what
what
But if
my
I
bullshit.
mama
have younger kids,
did. I
I'm
didn't
not
say
about to let
that.
the toxicity stay in my household. If
Exactly.
it's some stuff going on and I'm teaching my kids a behavior, I get what she's saying. I'm sorry. I
You
get it.
gotta, but
But
Yeah.
don't you think
children
those
don't have to know what's
toxic
going on. Y'all should
relationships stem
argue behind
from
closed doors.
I under
I
Every
totally
relationship is
get
gonna
that.
look
I agree
toxic.
with
Every
that.
relationship
You
I
got to
is
agree
kids
teach
with
your
have
so.
that.
children how to.
ears.
She
You
said
got to
hers
teach your
was
children how to
toxic.
argue. You don't teach your children how to run. You teach your children how to
Exactly.
communicate with
Drop
their
so,
queen.
spouse
so
And
I
and
then
I
how
get
you
to
what
just
you're
said
understand
that
saying,
what
but
you're
like
she
that.
I
saying.
said
agree.
Why
hers
won't
was
you
toxic.
flirt with your to run? Why would you want to stay in a toxic relationship that isn't working for
Exactly.
you or for your kids? Why
It's
would you want
levels
to
to
go through
why
that
was your?
toxicity.
You said
hardship?
it was
It's
toxic.
Nobody
What did
should
levels
you
to
ever
mean
go
why it
through
was
that
toxicity.
toxic?
hardship.
It's
Something
levels
I
that
to the
think
shouldn't
drop
even
toxic.
queen
happen
is
could
saying,
become
was it
toxic.
just
And
toxic
we're
because
supposed
he
to
was
avoid that
cheating?
before
Was he a
Right.
good
That's what I'm
father, but
anything.
saying.
he was
That's why I
cheating?
don't
Nerdy ain't gonna
understand why y'all
understand.
Andrea,
telling us
She
that
really
it's
don't
Andrea,
I
bad.
can
understand.
answer,
Andrea.
but
Exactly.
Wait,
Thank
stop.
you.
yeah.
Andrea, I think Drop
Uh-huh.
Queen is asking, was it toxic because he was cheating? Was he a good father, but he was just cheat? Was he not a good man to you, but he was still a good father? Because my husband was a cheater. He wasn't a good man to me, but he was a damn good father.
Thank you. Nerdy don't listen. She ain't gonna
And
get
I
that
just want
in.
to
And
I was
Okay,
and
let
talking
me
when
to
I
her.
say
answer.
that,
So
and
let
I
me
listen.
just
really
want to
keep it
say
real.
Listen,
Me
it's
and my
levels.
husband
listen
have
now.
no
You don't
kids
want to see your
together.
child
They were all
answer
his
what
step
you're
kids.
going through and
And
making
I
it
just
And
want
worse.
to
It's
Andrea,
say
sad.
Y'all asking
Andrea,
her a
go ahead
thousand
and
and one
answer.
questions and not letting her
Right.
answer.
Let me
Y'all all
answer.
talking over her.
And I just want to say it's levels to toxic. So what you might tolerate or what you might not tolerate, I would tolerate because my level of toxic is way up. You got to go way up there because
And
this
that,
minor stuff
but
that y'all
Mandy,
be talking about
that's
toxic.
with this conversation. So
And
nobody's
that's what
wrong or right.
and that's what I'm
Nobody's
letting you
wrong
know.
or right.
Y'all
Right,
level
that's
of
what I said,
toxic,
right.
I will stay in my marriage for y'all level. Like how y'all explain it here on TikTok of y'all level of toxic, I just stay in my marriage because it ain't gonna get no better, honey. Y'all
But
ain't
Mandy,
said
and,
no
but
thing.
that's
Y'all
and that's
already
fine.
outlined,
Also,
but again, y'all already outlined some things that I agree with, which is like a pedo, no, a murder, no. Things like that, I agree with y'all with. We ain't going no forth. But these minor levels of toxicity, oh, I could deal with that, honey. I can handle that any day. I stay in my marriage.
Andrea, why did you say he was toxic? That's what I want clarification on. Thank you. I just wanted clarification on why
sums
he
it
was
up.
toxic.
It was toxic because of, like I said, the disrespect.
So it
The
came
dis-
from the cheating, right?
no, I'm getting there. I'm building up to that. It was toxic because of the disrespect that was in a relationship before any of the cheating happened. That's why I said when I was younger, I ignored those red flags. It wasn't only the cheating. The cheating was my last straw. It was toxic before that. And I said because I was young and I didn't have the mentality that I had back then, I ignored them. But now as I'm older, I just I don't have no toleration for it. And going back to the kid thing, um he's not the father to my child. My child's father got murdered when my baby was young. I met my ex-husband when my child was like 2 or 3, and he was physically there for him, yes, absolutely. But like I said, I ignore all of those red flags as being a 20 something year old. Me going into my 30s, I just don't have no toleration for it. I just don't.
Okay. Okay, see, it's different now. You painted an entirely different picture for at least me. I don't know
Because I was
anybody
just
else.
speaking on the topic. The topic was about cheating. I was just
Yeah,
speaking on
I
that.
understand. I understand, but you made it seem like, oh, I'm one and done. He cheated on me, so I left. But you had problems, many problems sound like from you
That's what I'm
before the cheating.
right. That's
So
what
it's
I'm
a
saying. But I
Cheating
different,
was
was
the
it's a
one and
different,
commenting
done.
on
it's a
the topic
totally
because that
different.
was the
Then
topic. But
It's a
absolutely.
totally different perspective
But
though,
guess
because
what?
when you
If
came
there
up,
was
you made
no
it
other
seem like you
issues,
left
but
because he
still,
cheated.
if there was no other issues before he cheated, I'm done. Either way, it would have
I
been the
understand
same
I understand
outcome.
what you're saying, but you're saying you gave us the impression, at least me, I could be wrong, that you left just because he cheated. He came home and told you what he had did, and you were done. But you were already over the edge because of all of the other stuff. The cheating just pushed you off the edge. So
but she
see
was
that
speaking
it's
on
just
the
a
topic.
totally different
Right.
perspective. It's just different.
Understandable. I agree, but I was just commenting on the topic. But like I said, it was other things that happened that was toxic in the relationship. I was just commenting on the cheating part because that was the topic. But like I said, either way, whether it was nothing before, I still would have left either way because that's just my boundary. I set those boundaries, and once you tear those boundaries off for I'm done. It's too much. It's
And
too much headache to be in. Just for me, everybody is different because I know some people that have stayed after cheating, but I'm just saying, just for me and how I know how I am, I can't go through that mentally. I just can't. It's a mental thing.
So that goes back to what I was saying about the levels. So that before then, it was a level that you was willing to accept, and once it reached your boiling point, that was the ending factor.
I
It
said
definitely was
that. I
levels.
said that.
No,
I
no, I
ignored
get
the
that. I'm
red
not
flags
saying it
that
to.
he
I'm not saying
in
it
my
to.
phone.
I'm not saying it for you to have a rebuttal. I'm just saying in general for the topic to keep going on is that it's still levels that we all choose. And what I said in the beginning was from what y'all display here on the app of how these relationships are, I would stay within my marriage because these levels, they don't hit hard enough for me.
and
Well,
that's fine. And I think nobody is wrong in this conversation.
No, drop queen. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not dropped.
No,
Woo.
I'm reading. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments.
Well, type it in the comments, sister.
My bad.
Go there.
Yeah, but I would say I don't think nobody is wrong in this conversation. It is levels to it, and it is what you might think is toxic, the other person, because I'm with her, one and done. You cheat on me, it's one and done. Because it's not a mistake, first and foremost. You had to plan that shit. You had to get the phone number. You had to get the hotel room, find the address. You had to do all of that, so it ain't no mistake. Then you had to unzip your pants and fall into it. It ain't no mistake. You took all of that time to disrespect me, put my life in jeopardy, put my happiness in jeopardy, put our relationship in jeopardy. It's disrespectful. You did not care one bit about me when you decided to make all those choices.
Disease is floating around to just be okay with it. I just don't agree.
Again, cheating
That's
is selfish. It's a selfish act that you put upon yourself and others. Like, you are dismissing your partner's feelings for your feelings to come in first. You are going after seeking a relationship other than what you got right now because you feel unhappy and you too cowardly to talk about your feelings with your partner. It is a selfish act. Selfish.
I agree with that, Nerdy. That's why I say we need to all start being present in these relationships and actually being in these relationships. A lot of times we are not present and we're not actually in these relationships, and a lot of things be happening and we don't choose to ask the questions or want to know and just be looking crazy in the end. Y'all got to get into these relationships that y'all actually be jumping into. Y'all got to get into the fight, baby. Ain't nothing.
I agree. Communication is definitely the key. I definitely
fight for nobody who wasn't fighting for me, because you wasn't fighting for me when your ass went out there to go put your pickle in somebody else's cobbler.
But again,
I ain't doing it.
But
there's a mentality of just so much negativity. We can't.
But there's a step before that, though. Like, if you would have communicated, I'm pretty sure he told you plenty of times, "Hey, I'm not happy. Hey, this. Hey, can we do it this way?"
Y'all gotta
we
stop
try
thinking
this?
that people cheat because they not happy. People cheat because they want to cheat. Not,
But
y'all be
there's
making up
people.
all these damn
There is
excuses for
men.
why people
There
cheat.
is
People
men.
cheat because they want to
But
cheat. It
there
ain't
is
none
men.
of that shit.
It's a choice.
It's a
You're
choice.
right. It is a choice.
Ain't
And
nothing
if
I
they're in
did.
a relationship and
Just
they're
like
not
he chose,
happy with
just like
the
he chose
sex,
to go and find her, he could have chose to tell me he wasn't happy.
You could choose to
But
leave
here's
too.
the thing:
Exactly.
you can't assume that everybody knows how to communicate effectively. He never came to me and said those things.
But that's his own fault, though.
He's a grown ass man older than you. He know how to tell you, baby.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was in my mind. As a grown man that's 8 years older than me, you should know how to communicate.
Yes.
Like I said, he did not communicate, so I didn't know what he was going through. Like I said,
Girl,
I
he didn't have no problem communicating because as soon as he came home, he told your ass. So he didn't have no problem communicating.
No.
At the end of the day, so
He only told me it's because of the night before. I'm blowing down his phone. I'm calling his people asking have they seen it. So that's why he initially had to tell me. It wasn't just like no calm situation. He was like, "Okay, babe, I did this." No, it wasn't that. He knew.
But he still didn't have to tell you. You know how many men get caught and still don't talk?
He still didn't have to tell me. I understand that, but that's just not how I'm not. I don't want to make like made up situation. I'm just telling you exactly what it was.
No, I'm not making it up, but what I'm telling you is he had no problem communicating because he communicated with her to find that date. So he don't have no problem communicating.
I'm saying he does know how to communicate.
The other lady said that most men
so he decided not to tell you how he felt.
Listen, when most men come to you and tell you how they feel, tell me they're happy, I'm saying he didn't communicate that with me before the cheating. That's what I'm saying.
He didn't want to. He decided he ain't going to tell you how he felt.
Y'all wonder why
after to the act that he cheated to tell you. So he know how to communicate. He just didn't want to tell your ass because he didn't like your ass like that.
If that's what you say, good luck to him. I divorced him. I don't give a damn at this point. If he didn't like me, he didn't like me. So
I mean, not to judge it on anything. Well, I mean, shoot, I am judging it.
Right, he is gone.
But like,
I understand. He is. I was just in the comment. He is gone. He is out of my life. I'm way more happier than what I was. I don't care if he didn't like me. I didn't care if he didn't love me. I don't care about none of that. I was just commenting on a topic. I can't hear you, Diamond, if you're talking.
Oh yeah, you muted.
No.
I'm sorry. Somebody said something to me. All right, so let me ask you.
Oh,
so
we ready.
No, we're not ready, DJ Salt. We're not ready.
I know.
So let me ask you a question. Honey, did he fight for the marriage?
Nope. Originally, at that time, he did it. Yes, after I put him out and left him, of course he wanted to come back. He wanted to do the counseling, but I was done. I didn't care at that point. I was done. Once a man cheat and break my boundaries, it ain't nothing that you can do or say to come back into my life. I am done.
Do you guys think what the disrespect was? Everybody keep asking that in the thing, saying
Wait,
you
what
never
you
said.
say?
Everybody keeps saying you never said what the other disrespect was that he did before he cheated.
It was just toxic. I don't want to break something down that happened over the years. I mean,
does the disrespect really matter? Because disrespect to her may not be disrespectful to anybody
exactly.
else.
Everybody
What,
don't think
what matters?
I
What
don't
does it
have to
matter?
break down years
It's not a
of
right
a
or wrong
relationship.
answer. It's just disrespect
At
to
this
her.
point, me and
That's
that
her
man is
disrespect.
divorced and we're not together. Like, it's over with. I'm just commenting on the topic.
I do believe
Why
that.
does it matter? Why do y'all want? Why do I have to break down years of the? I'm not talking to you, Manny. I'm sorry. I was sitting in the comments.
Andrea, if you
I
ain't
do
never been
believe
in
that
this
you-
box, baby, they break down everything. So if you gonna come up here and give an ending of your story, they gonna break it down.
But I do
believe
believe
right. It's just one of you right. Disrespectful is disrespectful to everybody in different ways. It's disrespect. I tolerate different disrespect from everybody else on this box.
But I do
exactly. My disrespect. People are going to disagree with my disrespect because people have more tolerance than me, and that's okay.
But I do believe that, if a person does cross your boundaries or, things that you have said, that you do have the right to, do what you want to do once they have crossed those boundaries. So I totally agree with that. Because we all should set boundaries for ourselves of what we.
Exactly. Everybody should have standards and boundaries, and he crossed those boundaries. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's just it. It is what it is. I'm divorced from him, so I really don't. I don't really
My boundaries
break it down like that.
My boundaries just a little higher. Because what y'all give here on TikTok, it's just like, yeah, I can argue with my man. Because y'all just give really some light stuff. Like y'all be like, oh, if he yell at me, I'm like, girl, please, girl, child, I go upstairs or someone go out. Girl, I go down the road, something, girl, like, ooh, child.
And guess what? I deal with all of that. I dealt with arguing. I dealt with all of that stuff. I ain't got time for that.
Well, people have boundaries, and it's their boundaries. Sometimes people don't like to be yelled at because that's not how they fix their problems.
I get that, and
I
get that.
Type of boundaries, so they're not right and they're not wrong either. So it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Well, Nerdy, we got to have a conversation.
How many times will he cheat before you leave?
Well, see, it ain't a number because, again, like y'all say, it's all about how you're feeling. So it really ain't a number because, like Diamonds always say, we already know when we're going to take them back. So it could be the 10th time and the 9th time I done said I'm done. And then he do it the 10th time and I'm looking at him and he looking good. Probably on the 10th time, it's like, well, damn, here we go again.
Exactly. And who want to keep dealing with that? It's people that will deal with that, but I'm just like,
it's okay for
Andrea.
you to tolerate that, but for me, I ain't got time for that. I got a life to live. I got my feelings.
Andrea, I just gotta ask you this question. Andrea, let me ask you a question.
Emotional to be dealing with that.
Andrea, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Andrea?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me? I just want to know what form of crazy was your husband when he came in and said he went on a date?
He was real calm. And that's what pissed me off in him.
Okay, wait. Okay, that's cool. Now, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I had a friend, right, and my friend was at a table with another girl, right, and this girl start talking about me to my friend, I wouldn't question that girl. You want to know why? Because I know that girl has a problem with me. You know who I'm finna go after? I'm finna go after my friend because I want to know what compatibility do you have with this bitch sitting across this table that's able to tell you anything about me. Now, this is what I'm confused on your man. How comfortable was your man with you that he could come through a door and say, I went on a date with somebody? Now that's a chain. Let me tell you how a chain of events happen. Like I come through the door at 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, she was cool at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm okay with you. Okay with that? Oh, I'm gonna look over that. Okay, the next one. It's not 1 o'clock in the morning, but now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've been calling me, but I'm not able to talk to you. That's something else I have to look at. Or you know what? I was supposed to get something for her. She looked over that. See, it's a lot of looking over before I get to the coup de grace. And to me, the coup de grace would have been how comfortable was he to tell me that he went on a date.
And Chastity, that's why she said he was
Go ahead.
disrespectful before. So for him, I'm with you, Chastity. For him to be that damn comfortable to say it that calmly, he was already
disrespectful. That's what I said.
She did say that.
I said that. But my thing is that first of all, it was 4 a.m. Okay, well, let's just leave the time out of it. My thing is that I don't care how comfortable he was or not. I was done. Like, first of all, I'm tired, and we're not about to do this till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm done.
I think y'all both was done, actually.
Yeah, and that's fine, and that's why I divorced him.
I agree, Manny.
Because him telling you was basically just to see what you was gonna do, and I'm happy that you stood up for yourself because
I agree.
Him telling you that boldly, girl, he definitely wanted to see what you was gonna do. And
I agree.
What did he tell
I agree because I wasn't an overbearing wife.
What did he tell her, boldly? What did he tell?
He came in at 4 a.m. and told her that he had just been out on a date.
No, that's not what happened. So,
well, sister, that's how it was in his head. Because again, that's you said you called him. That's why you keep getting pulled into it, sister. Because you keep trying to rehash and let the facts be the facts. He hung out all night, sister.
Yeah.
You was calling him. He didn't respond, and when you did, like you said, you had clocked it. He let you know he had been on a date because he was with none of them people. He told you he was gonna be with. It's as cut as dry as that.
It didn't happen as soon as we got in the house. I said I was tired when it got.
Well, this is why the people want to know.
I put him out. It didn't happen as soon as it happened. But neither here or there. It doesn't matter. We divorced. Like I was just commenting on
That's what happened, Diamond. And again, that's why I say I'm happy for her because had she actually stayed, he was gonna,
He's gonna
really
do it again because I let him get away with it. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why I said they both
always been escalated.
All right, now I gotta ask Manny a question. Andrea, it's okay, baby. You say it's over. You okay? Manny, let me ask you a question. When you said that you would take a lot of the stuff that we saying, like the little small stuff that you saying you gonna take, right? So what part of that small stuff is like the red flag? Because you know what? Wait before you say something. Before it was big, it was small. You understand what I'm saying? Before the snake got big, it was small. Before the pile of shit on the floor was big, it was small. So it wasn't like you seen it. So I want to know how much of that is gonna be the build up of that. Because when you telling people this stuff, you have to understand it's like 900 people watching saying you're going to take all the small stuff. And then when the big stuff happen, you barely know what you're saying you doing, man, because you done said two things.
Well, no, I just didn't actually say the rest of it, which was throughout all of the small stuff, no matter what it is, and it's not so often because we all have so much we could take. So it's not so often, but what I do is actually be present in mind. So I don't let things like, oh, you yelling or things like that y'all say as small things. I work those things out immediately. Like, let's not do this to go forward. Let's not be disrespectful to each other. Let's not, and we work on, like y'all say, change behavior. Where we both looking at each other, we both telling each other standards for each other. You get me to work on that change behavior so that we gonna continue to do that. Because for me, it should escalate to bigger things. Like we shouldn't be talking about the things that we didn't already discussed. Like if he do something new, it should be much bigger than what we discussed. It shouldn't be that, we still talking about how disrespectful you talk to me.
But Manny, if he do it again, because you said if he yelling, you gonna go upstairs. So again, you not addressing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let him express.
But then if you do address it, but hold on, Manny. If you do address it and it keeps happening, then what?
No. He's gonna express himself because we all gonna express ourselves. So again, I'm gonna allow him to express himself.
Okay, but man, let me ask you a question. When you're talking to me, because I like to talk to men because I really don't care nothing about. I like women, but not like that. But let me ask you a question. Talking to me, and I noticed that y'all have different forms of disrespect, and one of the disrespects that y'all actually have a form of is that y'all don't like to be questioned. See, y'all being questioned is also disrespectful, and women don't really even realize that. And I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. Okay, so I seen somebody doing something. And we're not in a relationship, we're not nothing. But see, I peep game before game happened because see, my level of boundaries start before we even become intimate, before we even become friends. And if after intimacy, I see some stuff that I shouldn't see. Before we get into the relationship part, I need to know who you is because I may not can deal with you after the relationship part start. I not can deal with you before the waitress leave. I may not can deal with you because of how she put them napkins on the table and the way you looked at her. So a lot of disrespect comes to that. But I notice men, when you disrespect a man, he takes that as an honor or takes that as a egotistical thing. So when you say disrespect, and I'm telling you this is what happened. He said something and I addressed something and it was in private. But because I addressed it, he thought it was disrespectful. Now, when you say that you're going to allow all this stuff to happen and the disrespect for men are different, your disrespect level may be different than the man that you're dealing with. So how does that work in your neck of the woods? That's all I want to know.
Well, I definitely don't back down from what it is that you must press upon because whatever the issue is, you must press upon it. And they're going to feel like because you're checking them, that it is a form of disrespect. But what you have to do is you do have to sit back because it's going to be a long ride because he's going to try to focus on the fact that you have checked him. Like that's going to be the main subject for about 30 minutes is that you don't check me, you don't ask me no questions. So you have to sit back for that ride. And through that ride, you keep making him aware that we are going to discuss this. So whether you like it or not, you can have your hissy fit. Well, don't try to belittle the people because you know how the men get. But you can express yourself as long as you want to. But I want you to know that you're still going to have to clear this up. And at some point, when he gets to the point where he done calm down and he looking at you like, oh, child, you just ain't going to keep questioning me. He going to finally get to that point where he say, well, you know what? If you want the answer, then you want the answer. This the answer. But you have to sit back with men because they are going to try to spend about 30 minutes to throw you off with the fact that you have just checked them, chastised them, or whatever it is. But if it's important to you and it means something, you must press upon that. Yes.
So now you dealing with a man on your terms, okay? But dealing with a woman as dealing with a man is like this. It's not with a man it's egotistical things. Oh, you shouldn't be asking me that. But with a woman, it's an entitled thing. Like, how dare you question me? Because see, y'all deem that y'all leadership is the thing that we supposed to be following anyway. So anything you do is gravy. But the point of disrespecting a woman is totally different because we're going to take all the other O's that you thought you could throw at us. We're going to take those anyway, right? And we're not going to deem them as disrespect. We're going to be deeming them as, well, that's something he do. See, I'm going to excuse him because if I like you enough, I'll lie to myself. But at the point of when a woman gets so tired, we don't give a fuck what you do at that point. See, the disrespect, it ain't called disrespect. It's called, I'm getting my stuff together. I done focused on me because a lot of men think just because a woman don't want them, they want somebody else. No, the biggest cheater in the whole bunch is when a woman starts cheating with herself. Most men don't realize that. And that hurts men the most because it ain't nobody out there like you that I even want to fuck with no more.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
Because
Can
one thing I tell
quick?
that's true, Chester, because one thing I do reassure my husband with all the time is that I want to be with him and I'm going to work it out with him. And it's always about me working it with him. I always no matter what the issues may be, I'm letting him know, no, the point is that me and you get it together. Me and you get the understanding of whatever this issue might be because I want to stick it out with you. And I always let him know that. Because if I don't let him know that, honey, he'll look at me like, child, I don't give two fucks, honey. But I have to let him know, like, no, it is you that I'm willing to have a headache about, honey.
Okay. All right. So I feel like this on the topic. I'm also a one and done type person. And that's because in the beginning of our relationship, I let my boundaries and my deal breakers be known, point blank and period. But what people do need to understand is children see an unhappy mom. Just because dad is good to them, just because mom is good to them, if one of the two parents are unhappy in the relationship, that is also toxic. That shows them how to treat other people. If they see daddy treating mama wrong or mama treating daddy wrong, that's going to form how they treat other people in relationships. That is also a form of toxicity. You can't just stay just because they there for the kids. You can be good to the kids in the house across the street. You can be good to the kids in the house across town. Guess what? You gonna see them, but I'm not gonna be unhappy. I only got one life to live, and I'm gonna live it happy, point blank and period. And to Miss Dusty in the comments who said, is Amber gonna talk about anything but her marriage? Honey, we talking about cheating in relationships. You can't cheat if you ain't got no relationship. That's the point of this.
No, sister. Let them know.
The only thing I say about that is, the only thing I say to that is, yes, you can be worse off for the children's sake, stand together, but kids need to also know how that this is life. And we're going to have a problem with our friends, our mothers, our brothers and sisters. Most of us cut off half our goddamn family because we do not know how to problem solve when it comes to interpersonal relationships. So kids need to not see toxic behavior, but they need to see relationships that fall apart, grow together, and knowing how to argue. Most of us don't know how to argue. Calling your man and woman a bitch, motherfucker, and raising your voices and doing all that, even shutting a person out that you don't talk to them can be seen as toxic. Even quiet in the house can be seen as toxic. What our kids battle with, that's why they go to school and bring pew-pews and doing all the stuff that they do, because they do not know how to mend relationships. They don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to fix relationships after being broken. All they understand is being in their emotions and not know how to communicate and be emotionally intelligent when it comes to problem solving within your relationship. And we have that bad in the Black community.
I understand.
What about stop talking to your kids about your relationship?
I was just about to say that.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. I was about to say, how do they know all of this if y'all telling them to
Definitely
stay in their place?
Well, just like Amber said, they see it. So I don't believe in talking your.
How do they see it?
But I don't
How
want
do they
my
see it?
2-year-old to be.
How do they see it, though?
You're arguing in front of your children about.
You don't have to be, but drop. Hold on, but drop. You don't have to be arguing like that's what Ambia was saying. You don't have to be having a whole cuss out blowout in front of your kids.
Well, that's the point I'm making. I'm agreeing.
But they just see you unhappy. But at the same time, y'all tell children to stay in children's place. So how are you teaching them about skills based on your relationship if you're not even talking to them about your relationship?
Because they see that my parents, they feel the energy of parents. Not that's what the point Amber is making. They can feel, they can sense. So they can feel and sense, but they also can say, well, my parents worked it out.
And another thing is, this is why I say y'all have to be positive and optimistic. Just because a person has said don't talk to your children about relationships, key word, don't talk to them about toxicity in the relationship. You can still talk to them about the positive things that a relationship is. We spend too much time on the negative and think that's the only thing we have to discuss and converse as a people.
Yes, and I really agree with you saying, Driver, and I respect it. And another thing is that I understand, like, you want to teach your children how to deal with conflict and deal with things. But who's to say when they get older and they get into a situation, the other person may not react how they seen when they was younger. It's not going to always be the same.
And that's fine. That's fine. But you really do need to learn how to teach your kids how to be accountable for their feelings. Wait a minute. You need to teach your kids. Yes, you do. You need to teach your kids how to be accountable for their feelings. Wait, drop. Because the first thing you're going to say to your kids is, Dad is not having a very good day today. Because sometimes we overlook things and just let it pass by us. No, make them aware of it and say, hey, look, he's not having a very good day today. Let's do something else. Or you know what I'm doing? I'm going to redirect. Well, maybe we won't eat at home tonight. If being at home around Dad is too much, maybe we won't eat at home tonight. Let's go enjoy such and such and such and such. Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes people get sick of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? People, sometimes the breakdown of families is the fact that parenting can be too much, especially if y'all used to being by yourself. And now we got this kid walking around us all day long. That can be too much in a relationship. And most people focus on only the negative. Well, he don't like the kid. It's not that he don't like the kid. It's just that he had a really bad day at work today and he can't deal with family life right now. So let's do something else. See, as Black people, we want to overlook a lot of things and we crush our families and relationships because we're not accountable for what's actually going on. Because if I'm arguing with him, the argument goes like this. Oh, you're not feeling very good today? Okay, well, I tell you you what, this is what we're gonna do. Would you like to be a part of that? Okay, no, I'm gonna let you have some time by yourself because he even gets sick of your ass.
That's true.
I agree.
Yes. And lastly, I want to say something. I'm about to get down. And lastly, I want to say something. When you value yourself and you know your self-worth, you know what you can take. Everybody has their limits. Everybody has their limits. But to me, my limit, I know my worth and I add tax. Everybody else needs to do the same thing. Know your worth and add tax. Hell, double, triple that doggone tax, because you'll take less from people and people will learn how to respect you and treat you like the valuable person that you are. And I love all y'all. I'm gonna drop to the comments because I got to get back to my husband. Comments. I got to get back to my husband.
Add
And
on
things to
that,
do today.
honestly,
I wanted
when
to
you tell
answer.
people, your partner, that your push, your limits and all that, sometimes they use it against you also. And that's another thing too. A lot of people like to do.
Somebody asked me a question. I don't even remember the question. Somebody was just talking to me before Chastity, but I kind of lost what it was. But one thing, I know, my dad was in my life, but him and my mother were separated, so I don't use them as an example. But one thing my husband always tells me, I never saw my mom and daddy fight. If they wait till late at night when they thought I was sleeping, and I'll see the light on and hear slightly raised voices behind their bedroom door. That didn't keep me from learning how I should communicate. Even though he struggles with that thing when he's a quiet person, but when he gets frustrated, he can get upset. So that's something we always tussle with. But with most men, that's a problem because most of them are not emotionally intelligent. But he always says how he wants his marriage to go, how he wants us to argue. So when I say that, when I was agreeing with Ambi, you shouldn't be in a toxic relationship because that can be worse on the children. But we have to know how to communicate and have to know how to fight fair. We have to know how to. It's a difference between communicating and it being effective. So we have to know how to effectively communicate with our spouses, especially when times are hard and having conversations we really don't want to have or know how to have.
Okay, y'all, Queen, you can say that. You can say that, right? But I want to bring this to your teacher. Sometimes men cheat to stay.
Okay. Well, I definitely agree that you have to teach your children, but as like my son is young, he's 10. We do have open communication. He knows that he can come to me, he's feeling some type of way. By the look on his face, I can tell if his friends is messing with him or whatever. I allow him, and if he don't want to tell me, I make him. You're not gonna get in trouble. Please just talk to me and tell me what's going on. So I do have that open communication with my child, but I don't want him to learn how to deal with conflicts from looking at a toxic relationship. I just don't want him to learn that way. That's all I'm saying.
But we're not talking about toxic relationships. I'm talking about relationships in general. I mean, I guess it's how you see it. I don't think men and women arguing and fixing their issues and having problems is toxic, because that's just life. Especially when you try to bring two people together under one roof, sometimes you don't like your damn self, like Chassie always say. So just imagine the sometime I might wake up, my husband don't want to deal with me, and sometimes I don't want to deal with him. So it's not about just being in a toxic relationship. It's just about being in life, period. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about living this hard ass, fucked up ass life that you're trying to live and do with somebody else.
Exactly.
No,
Because
but
y'all
before you said
it's not getting
they want to
easier.
see if the parents is, or somebody said, I don't want to put no names on nothing, but somebody said when the child sees their parents getting into it, it's all about how they come back together, and that's going to teach them how to deal with conflict. I'm just saying is that I don't want my son to have to learn from that situation how to deal with conflict.
Oh no. So again, you're looking at arguing or disagreement in a relationship as being wrong. It's life. You're gonna pamper him too much that he's not going to know how to deal with a partner.
Yeah, because
my sons have girlfriends.
But here's the thing, he's 10
but
years
no,
old.
it's
I don't
ways
want him
to
to learn that
disagree.
right now.
There's ways to,
gotta learn to
it's
hold
ways
on.
to disagree in public.
Make it
Exactly. That's what I'm
Because
saying.
what you have to understand is ways to disagree in public. It's the same way that you would deal with somebody, even if you was at a cash register and you got in a disagreement. You wouldn't just go to screaming and hollering and throwing stuff. You would slightly, roll up on a person, let them know, because this is how I do it. Slightly roll up on that ear, let them know in that whisper tone, that drop give, and then I back up off them and let them, and the people be looking like, well, I ain't hear nothing, but I done check the situation. It's the same thing. You don't always have to be screaming and hollering. You can
It don't even have to be a
disagree
word.
in front of people.
Yes, they have to learn how to disagree. You're gonna, they're gonna be disagreeing with their schoolmates, their best friends, their siblings. They're gonna be disagreeing. Hell, I get on this panel and disagree all fucking day. So we're gonna be disagreeing all our lives. So the better you learn, the younger you are to learn how to disagree, and that's something they teach you in pre-K and kindergarten, or how to get along with your classmates. So when a parent say that, oh, I don't want him to see how to disagree, you're hindering him.
I didn't say that, but I agree. I feel like I understand what situation she's talking about. She's talking about a situation where their relationship is in jeopardy. She don't want her child seeing that. Of course, she would have like that talk with her child how to disagree with somebody, but I don't think she's talking about that type of situation. She's talking about the relationship.
I don't want that.
One second. Can Chancellor say what she said again? Chancellor, say what you said again. I think that kind of went over people's head.
Sometimes men cheat.
I don't think she was finished.
Sometimes men do cheat to stay.
She was finished because it was quiet after she said it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chastity, can you please go deeper into what that means for me?
Because a lot of times, in order to save their marriages, they deal with somebody on the outside because they don't want to have to. They can deal with them. They can calm down somewhere else and deal with you better after they done met all the stuff that you're not going to do when you get home, because they're already working. They came from work, and now they know they're going into a hectic situation at home. So what they do is find the comfortability on the outside that won't mess up their marriage and say, hey, look, this is what I need. And she's meeting those needs.
So you make an excuse for cheating, in other words. You make
it's whatever you think, Drop Queen, because you know what, you live in a fairy tale world. Everything is rainbows and butterflies. I live in the real world, and I'm telling you, that Mr. Henry been messing with Dorothy down the street before he got to Martha's house, because Martha's house. I'm just being honest.
That is true, though. That is true.
I mean, it's true, but I ain't.
Just like a man is not gonna do everything he wants to his wife. Let me tell you something ugly. It's a man out here that will go put the hurt on another woman because he don't want to see his wife like that. So it's not just cheating.
That's true too.
But you are putting the hurt on me, because if I find it, well, I guess it's if you don't find out. But if I find out about it, you hurt me just like you hurt her.
Exactly.
Well, because again, it's from the point of view of the person that's cheating.
But you're still putting hurt on me.
Yeah, but it's from the point of view of the person that's cheating. Your point of view is the person that's getting cheated on. It's two different.
I mean, and that's why I agree
that's
with.
Why we have to learn conversation.
It's true, but it's not right.
To learn to conversate with each other, because we be picking different aspects of the conversation and fighting for it. So Chastity was speaking from the point of the person who's actually cheating. Dab, you came in from the person who's getting cheated on. We need to learn to agree when we actually agree in.
No, I agree with her when she said it. That's why I told her. That's why I asked her to explain it more. I knew what she was saying, but everybody don't know. But that's why I asked her to explain it more. But for like Drop said, it's true. What Chastity is saying is very true, but doesn't make it right. And that's how we were saying.
That's why at the funeral, all y'all next to kin come up. All your grandpappy's other kids came out the woodwork because he stayed.
But you're talking about 40 and 50-year marriages, Drop. No matter how cute, no matter how ugly it sounds to you, you're talking about 40 and 50-year marriages where those women did look over the things, the small things I'm telling you about. They looked over those things.
There wasn't no marriage. There was misery.
Okay, if that's what you think, but they stayed together for 50 years.
They didn't stay together. They just lived in the same house.
And that's another situation. It is a marriage, but it could be looked at as misery too. Both could be correct.
Can I say this? Good morning, everybody. You guys have an interesting topic going on here. Listen, I feel that that's the reason what Chastity said, because that's real life and it's happening, right? And that's the reason why at sometimes, because if the man is complacent and he has the wife at home and then he has the side piece, where he's getting fulfilled of different ways that his wife is not fulfilling him, which is causing the marriage to be sustained by that fact that he's stepping out. Someone got to take the somebody got to take no, not responsibility, but somebody got to take the rug from up under his feet. Somebody got to shake it and shift it up, because if that wife was, let's say, if that wife was to find out and she has these type of zero tolerance boundaries when it comes to cheating, and if she move out the way and separate herself from that, then guess what? That side piece has to take on all the responsibilities as a wife. Now it's not so pleasant. Now it's not so fun. So sometimes the rug have to be pulled up under them, and somebody got to stand on business, because if they remain complacent with the wife at home and the side piece outside of the home, he got best of both worlds.
So
I tell you what, you don't have to stay the
on the side piece part, she ain't got to pick up shit.
No, she don't have to do anything. I'm gonna tell you something more.
No, don't. And she ain't gonna do it.
The wife know exactly who she is. The wife know exactly who she is.
Ain't too many women doing that.
Baby, I wish some real women would get up
I
there
agree
and
with
tell you
Chastity.
it still happens.
I agree with Chastity, because I ain't spending no time, not even right now, to speak on a side chick. I would not do it.
I'll tell y'all this. You don't have to cheat to stay with me. Just leave. Do me a favor and do you a favor. You that unhappy? Just leave. You don't have to.
You know what it calls? You know what it calls? It causes for the wife to go and have to compete with, or having words. Well, I'm the main chick. That's where you get this term main. What in the hell? What's a main? The main one. What's that? Because if you ain't the only one, that's not really something to be bragging about anyway. You get what I'm
Because
saying?
like what Drop just said, that's my main words at the end of the day. No matter what is said at the end of the day, what Drop just said, that's my main words. If you gonna do whatever you gonna do up under the sun, just leave me alone.
Exactly. Just leave me alone.
But Manny, didn't you just say you accept it? What you talking about?
Yeah, you say that you were the one who said you should communicate about it.
With all that being said, at the end of the day, if it get to the point, like what Drop just said, is leave me alone. So again, that lets y'all know a little bit about my life. A lot of things might ain't happen.
Yeah, and oftentimes when that happens, if that wife has zero tolerance and she remove herself from the equation, the cookies crumble, the deck shuffles, and that it ain't so peaches and cream anymore. Cause that other woman, now she has to deal with all of that. Like they're doing the fun things, right? But when he's depending on her to take the role of his wife, that's when shit hit the fan. And I think a lot of that needs to start happening.
Some of them be ready to do it. They had a girl get into a panel talking about, I think she was in T panel, telling T, thank you for doing the conversation that you do about the side chick, because he want me to make his tuna fish, and his wife can't make tuna fish like I make. I'm like, bitch, is you serious? You talking about you making tuna fish?
Hey, you laughing? You saying that, Drop Queen, but they will take that side piece plate to their house if she not cooking.
Well,
Let's be for real. Let's be for real.
Now we got to laugh at some things, because honey, some
This
things.
is why I'm one and done.
Got the side chick
Baby,
thing.
she
Even
thought
to
she
this
was
day, I've
doing
never
something.
gotten it. Like, why are people
Us
so
married
proud
people
to be
can
a
laugh
side
too,
chick,
because
though?
y'all single people be sounding crazy at times. So just like y'all laugh at us, we can laugh at y'all single people too. Sometimes y'all be sounding
What
crazy.
single people are you laughing at?
No, I was just going back to Chastity point. You know, us married people, we giggles at y'all single people, because like Drop say, Tuna, I am giggling. I'm giggling at Tuna.
This bitch thought she was doing something. Now the man ain't paying her bills or nothing, but he going to her house and she cooking and cleaning, washing drawers, and she make tuna fish better than his wife. So that's why he like her. He always
He gonna cheat on his wife because of a tuna sandwich. Get the fuck out of here.
And that's why I giggle, because it's always levels. It's levels to all of this stuff in life. It's levels.
This is why I don't want to get married.
Girl, it ain't got nothing to do with a marriage. That's why I say again, it's about how we deal with relationships. Because before marriage, you got to be in the relationship, honey. This is relationships. Don't try to talk about the marriage.
Relationships, yeah.
No,
Relationship
first of all, I'm not talking about nobody's relationship. I'm talking about me. I said I don't want to get married because if that means I got to put up with a whole bunch of bullshit, I'm not doing it.
You just don't want to be in a relationship.
Me personally, I'm only
say
talking
you
for
don't
me
want to be in a
because
relationship.
Manny,
Say that you don't want to be in a
I'm not
relationship.
saying nobody up here is wrong. I don't believe nobody is wrong because everybody gonna, like you said, everybody gonna deal with what they want to deal with. I'm not dealing with the shit. That's me.
But don't say you don't want to get married. Say you don't want to be in a relationship.
That's why I don't want to get married.
He's saying you don't want to be in a relationship because these same problems go on in relationships too.
Exactly.
You don't want to be in a relationship.
That's why I'm single. That's why I'm good on being single because the way y'all telling this shit, no matter what I do, it's gonna be a fucked up motherfucker. Period.
Well, that's why I say I'm staying home. Exactly.
I'm just gonna stay single. And that's why, and Manny, that's why I'm not mad at you. Like that's why I said nobody's right or wrong. And for me, I'ma just stay the fuck single.
Baby, I'm staying home.
2 years already down. I'm good.
Baby, I got so many years in, honey. Ooh, child, this engine ain't trying to get renewed.
And can I say this? There's nothing wrong for the people that do decide to be single or have a single season. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, you know what? It could be the best thing that could happen because now you can focus on yourself. You can do what you need.
What I want to know is why the single people don't be screaming that in this room.
Oh, I'm straight up get married, nigga. Sometime next year I'll get married.
Why they don't be screaming what, Manny?
I don't hear the single people screaming about all this goodness, honey.
But actually, it is.
Because if you listen to the married people on this
Look, you ain't gotta scream it out. It's just.
But man,
we find so much comedy. Because again, y'all be screaming out the goodness of the single life.
But man, if you listen to the married people on this app, if you listen to the married people on this app that is preaching to single people, baby, that's why we don't want to get married.
No,
like, hold on. Like Chastity broke it down earlier. You got married men in the inboxes on this app. You got married men on lives. You got married men flying motherfuckers out. Man, ain't nowhere in hell. Why would we want that?
No. You've been listening.
But this is not comparing the people who are married or in a relationship to single people. This is not what this is about.
I'm not comparing them to single people. What I'm saying is the
Let me
married
finish
people that be on
what
here
I'm saying
preaching
is
to us.
To each his own. But I do believe that I'm a living witness. I do believe that you can have peace, clarity, and everything in your single state. Single is not a bad thing. Oftentimes it gets a bad rap as if you're miserable or something like that, and that is so far from the truth. Like, I don't know where to get this narrative that all single people are miserable, because it's just not the case. Like,
I just want to say this, Dab, honey. When y'all be having these conversations, they don't be about married topics. They all be about single people problems. So again, we be jumping into single people's business. Y'all have never once had a married people conversation.
Yes, we have.
Married people be jumping it. Well, since I've been here, it has always been married people jumping single people business. It don't never be we talk about the married people's lives.
But what I'm saying though, Manny, if the married people, right? Okay, for what you said, the married people who be jumping into single people's business, trying to tell us how to be and how to get married. If we look at their lifestyles, you got married motherfuckers flying motherfuckers out or going to go fly the motherfuckers. You got married women inboxing their man's friends. You got married motherfuckers cheating and making side babies. Like, y'all think we want to aspire to be what y'all was doing? And y'all trying to tell us how to be? Nah.
Hey, Dad, the most single people on this app is the married people.
Exactly. And that's my point. Like, if y'all married, I don't see none of the married people in our circles around here actually showing positive marriages. They're not even, instead of focusing on what single people doing, they should be talking about how their marriage is flourishing, how they got how they work. That's not what they're doing.
Yeah, we watch y'all tear down everything else. Do you think we finna let y'all see something that's good and y'all gonna come and critique every little thing? Y'all gonna say when we roll our eyes, y'all gonna say we can't roll our eyes being married. Just a comment down there say I couldn't even get a headache in a marriage, and it's like, well, where you think you living if I can't get a headache with another human? So again, y'all tear down everything. Y'all ain't here for no goodness, honey.
That's not true. Stop it, man. Stop.
True.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see y'all people coming after married people.
I'm telling y'all to y'all face what y'all people. I'm telling y'all to y'all face what y'all do.
Man, I can back it up with proof. every time somebody want to attack me, they say your husband don't want you, your husband this, your husband wanted a visa. I never spoke nothing bad about my marriage, but y'all would do it because y'all don't want to see nobody.
Married people, a lot of those people that come after you, drop. A lot of those people that come after you like that are married people.
Say don't do it. That's why Diamond
Drop.
say don't
Correct me if I'm wrong. Drop. Correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of those people that come after your marriage is married.
No, they be single. They be single people.
A lot of these men up here be married. I done heard them, and they married too.
No men don't really come after my marriage. That's women. That's women that do stuff like
Drop.
that.
You just cussed a whole man out the other day for coming after your marriage.
Okay, that's one man, but the majority are women. That's what I'm saying. It be
You
women.
was just no excuse was in there talking about you got a fake husband.
Oh, it's no excuse.
In the comments, it be married people coming after your relationship. You just might not see it, but I see it all day sitting in the comments.
I wonder who made it okay.
Can I say,
Single people made it okay to come after other people's relationship because the single people made it okay.
I want to say something.
We're speaking in terms of absolute, and it's not all women. Like all single women are not like that. And just I can only speak for myself. Drop. Not all of us are like that. These are
all single women like that. I was talking about what Manny said. That single people don't want to see the happiness of marriage that will tear your marriage down. So that's
what I'm saying is that's not always. What I'm saying is that's not always the case. We can't.
Nothing at all ain't always.
Because that might be the only thing you talk about, and that's what the absolute
talk about. You get what I'm saying? Because there's good and bad and all kinds of crazy. So
it's just talking about absolute. We know it's not all, man. Don't we always gotta have that all conversation? We know it's not all. We know some people congratulate.
Yeah, we just ain't up here talking about all.
But when the term is used to y'all single people, that encompasses everyone. It's not saying some. It's not saying some. It's not saying it says y'all single people and everybody is not part of it.
Do you see how us married people even have to compensate with y'all single people now? Like we have to be so understanding. We have to use our marriage tactics with y'all daily on the app.
If you talk about one thing constantly, they're gonna attack you with
I talk about everything. I talk about my kids. I talk about my jobs. I talk about
yes, of course,
I talk about my life. I talk about being abused. There's a whole lot of things I talk about.
What you suck off for your husband and all that, they're gonna turn it back to you guys. That's
I don't
because they're single.
Listen, you guys. Again, this is not to compare which one is best because I think each its own. Everyone should be able to go through their life journey in the way that they see fit. This is not to compare the married versus the single. This is not what this is because everybody have a different walk in life, different journeys. We should respect each one journey and walk in life. Point blank. No, I hear it. You know, you're hearing the single people versus the married people, the married people versus the single people. It sounds like there's a comparison that's trying to take place. It shouldn't be.
No, so when I said, hold on, y'all, because I said I'm the one that said it. I'm not comparing because I don't come for people's marriages, not at all. I just say what I don't agree with because that's your issue, that's your problem, that's your marriage. You got to deal with it. When we're having these conversations. When I said what I said, I'm just saying what I wouldn't do. But I don't come for people's marriages. Drop and tell you, I ain't never came for her marriage. Anybody up on this, I ain't coming for your marriage because that's what you got to do. Mm-hmm. But we can have this conversation without putting the two against each other. And a lot of times we don't because everybody has a choice. And we love to have these absolute ass conversations when actually all this shit is subjective. At the end of the day, all of it is subjective.
And that's why I say, again, for the conversation purposes, it was that you did not want to be in a relationship. And so instead of just going against it, it should have been accountability. Like, yeah, you're right.
I did say that when I heard what, because when you said it, when you said it, I didn't hear you. But I did. I said, yeah, you're right. I don't want to be.
And that's why I say again, we get so divisive with each other that instead of just agreeing to things that we hear, we just want to be like, no, because for a minute you kept saying which took us down that road. That's why I say again, we have to be true to ourselves.
He was being true to herself.
I was, and that's why when you said, I didn't hear you when you said no marriage, when you said relationship, and I said, oh yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. 2 years down, you're right, I don't. All right. So I agree with you even then.
Where the heck Diamond go?
Diamond probably going to get her some popcorn or something.
Well, at the end of the day, I would enjoy, seeing a live where you all come on here and speak about the goodness that y'all might see in the men, the goodness that y'all are out there, rebuilding yourselves and getting that help and doing all these things to get back out in the world with each other. I would love to come to a topic that a day and hear y'all getting into the world and enjoying each other again, because we haven't gotten there yet.
We would love to hear that when the men do the same
I
thing.
think on what
I
Diamond
think on
said.
the messier side of TikTok, you're not going to see it on the messier side of TikTok, but you do see individuals, and it could be men or women, that's going about their life, sharing their life journey with the world on this app as a single person. So it's a lot of that going on. It's just that when the messier side of TikTok seems to like kind of, pretty much is all saturated with it, that's all you're going to see. So I think the algorithm kind of switch up that. You'll start seeing it.
But I know for me,
again, we have to blame ourselves, because we could choose to. Y'all send Diamond topics all the time.
But we're going based on what she's saying, though. We're going based on what her topics are.
Why are we not sending Diamond things?
It's always going to be like this, because we don't all see the same thing and we don't all agree. It's people who come up here and talk good about black men and black women. It happens. I've seen it, but everybody doesn't agree. Like Chaotic, got to come up here and tell y'all.
So it's been a long time, y'all. I haven't seen y'all in a minute, but I heard something I wanted to come up and talk about. Give me 1 second. All right, I had to open the door. So the reason why y'all don't hear the good stuff about TikTok, about husband and wives and men and women, is because, like, for example, when I come up here and I talk about me and my family and how good things are going, what my kids are doing and all that, it gets real quiet, it's boring. And then people start to try to dig holes in it and try to make it seem like I'm not happy and my wife ain't happy.
That's true.
So why am I subjecting my marriage to y'all's bullshit scrutiny?
Yep, I've seen it.
Exact thing I just said. He's saying exactly what I just said.
I agree, Joe. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
So if I sit up here and told y'all that I've been married to my wife for 25, damn near 30 years, we got 4 kids, all of them happy. I spoil the shit out of my daughters, but they still happy. My son get on my nerves, but that's all right. And I got all the money I need. I make enough money. I'm 5'7". I ain't just 6'6" and 6. All the rest of y'all want. And y'all be like, oh, well, she probably doing something you just don't know she doing behind your back, or you did it. Nobody want to hear that shit. So nobody comes up here and helps y'all. We just sit here and listen to y'all problems. And it's like watching soap operas. I just sit back and relax.
But the problem with that right there is your key where you said help us. We don't need your help. You ain't in the dating pool. You've been married for how many years? You don't know what it's like out here dating right now.
You are absolutely right, man. But let me give you a little snippet why we have a problem, right? Are you going to ask the guy who's been to carpenter school how to build a house, or are you going to ask somebody who's never made it?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can give you,
ain't got nothing to do with.
Listen,
that's different from relationships, because it's that's different because it's subjective.
You're not listening, Dab. You're not listening, Dab.
No, it's not about listening. What he can tell me about his relationship does not mean that's going to work in my relationship, and that's the problem we have on this app. We think it because everybody else's relationship is good, it's going to be like that for everybody.
Dab, you use what works. That's why I say y'all always look at the negative. Use what works.
I'm not talking about negative. I'm saying his relationship is happy, but that does not mean what happened in his relationship is going to benefit the next person. That's not being negative. That's just being honest.
How you know it won't benefit you if you already said How do you know it won't benefit you if you already going into it saying it's not going to benefit you? That sounds.
I didn't say it wouldn't benefit me. I'm saying it doesn't. It won't benefit.
Why are you making that stance then? Why are you making the stance right now today?
Because I'm being honest. I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here building no motherfucking fairy tale that we ain't in.
What if it do work? What if it do
all that you done learned, girl, you still ain't learned how to please a man.
What the fuck does that have to do with me pleasing a man? I know how to please a man. That ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about. Why you trying to throw fucked up ass shots?
That's for anybody.
The fuck?
That's for anybody.
Lane and quit trying to come for me.
That's for anybody, damn. They don't have to be damn.
I haven't threw one shot into you. Like they said the other day, you like being messy.
That could be for nerdy too.
And I can get messy with you.
All the years you done been here, did you
You
not
don't know how many motherfucking years I've been here. You don't know what the fuck I got going on.
Why would I
I'm
learn
talk
something
about
from
me.
you? I'm sorry.
And talk
Why
about
would
the
I learn
motherfucking
something?
I didn't even say me.
Relationship.
I didn't even say
Stay on
me.
the motherfucking. Hold on, y'all. I don't need y'all. Stay on the motherfucking conversation. conversation. Stop trying to come for me and stay on the motherfucking conversation because I'm not the one.
You could be the one or the two. I really don't care.
I can be all five of the motherfuckers. Keep playing with me. You exactly. So we're trying to throw motherfucking shots because I ain't threw one shot at your motherfucking ass and I can.
Okay, your threats don't move me, ma'am.
Your threats don't either, so stop throwing motherfucking shots. We have a motherfucking conversation. That's your problem. You always up in this motherfucking trying to throw shots.
You feel hit, ma'am, and that's not my fault. You feel hit, that's not my fault.
Please, for one second.
You can call me what you want to, but you feel hit, and that's not my fault.
I don't feel hit, nigga. You kind of come for me.
I ain't come for you. I asked you a simple question.
What the fuck was me and Chaotic was talking about? You tried to throw a slick ass.
Or do you not know how to please?
They ain't threw not one shot at your ass, but you trying to throw it to me. I'm not hurt.
It's not gonna change. That go for any woman or man out here. I would ask them the same question. Do you as a man or do you as a woman know how to please the other? Point blank and period. You ain't got
what does that have to do with me being real? What does that have to me knowing that
everybody you're not being real because you don't know how to please somebody.
You don't know what the fuck I know how to do.
Man,
What does that have to do with the conversation? Me being honest and realistic about everybody. You trying to make it about me when I wasn't talking about me.
Not necessary. It's like y'all,
that just proves my point. That's why we don't come up here. We don't come up here because.
But again, back to you, Chaotic. I was not coming for your relationship, and that's what y'all think. Anybody who doesn't agree with y'all was coming for your relationship. I was not coming for your relationship. I was not saying that your relationship is not happy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to think that just because you are married, that your relationship is going to benefit everybody else's is crazy. That's all I was saying. I was not coming for your relationship.
Yes,
I'm not saying you are.
Can I make an example, Chaotic? Can I give an example?
Yes, ma'am.
Dad, if you want to start a baking business, and I've been doing pretty well in my business, and I try to come up here and say, well, Dad, this is what I do. Here's a recipe for what I do so you can be as successful as I am in doing it. Oh, hell no, I ain't taking that. It worked for you and ain't gonna work for me. That don't make sense.
I said though, that ain't what I said. That's just how y'all took it. That's not what I said.
Again, they don't know how to take the basics.
Again, that's not what I said.
You gotta always be this and that. You just can't even take the basics of it.
No, it's somebody else. It's not.
They can't even take the basics.
I want to say one thing. It's not taking the basics. It's that you don't want to follow those basics. What's wrong with that? Not everybody wants to follow it.
Okay, you follow the blueprint. You follow the blueprint. You take my recipe and then you tweak it to work.
But guess what? I'm gonna steal your recipe to steal your business.
What? Oh my God! Oh Jesus, talking to her.
You didn't say you gave your recipe to give it to someone else to help them out, but you just gave it to them so they can steal your business.
They'll make you want to bang them up.
Not everything that we get on the internet is gonna be good for our real life. Sorry, Diamond. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. So listen, y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all know the tumblers is back in stock. I got y'all over 100 orders. I got to roll out. Thanks to y'all. I paid the drop. Check your cash out. You paid the drop.
And let me say this: yes, it's more than one blueprint. That's the whole point of us being in life and sharing information. Duh.
All I was saying.
So just your blueprint don't work. Duh.
Babe. I didn't get no drop. You sure you sent it to the right cash app? Because it's fake cash apps out there. Oh, they said it was a joke. Okay.
But what you do is take information and take that information and tweak it so it works for you. Duh.
Exactly. They don't know how to do it. They do not know how to do it.
Bye, Diamond.
They don't know how to do it.
But not everybody wants to be in a relationship. Not everybody wants to take that advice. What's so fucking wrong about that? I don't understand. Y'all
talking to somebody who don't want to be in a fucking relationship.
Exactly.
You was like talking to my 4-year-old granddaughter.
She done picked up something that she don't even need. It's crazy. It's crazy. She picking up stuff she don't even need.
Okay.
Did y'all hear Diamond say she want to go today? This is a good conversation.
That's crazy.
Wait, just wanted to say one thing and then drop.
People gotta be in a relationship. God damn.
Listen, I got to get y'all orders out of here. Hold on tight, y'all. Hold on tight.
It's crazy they picking up stuff they don't need.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all, the way it's looking, I'm gonna be sold out in a few days.
Like, that's crazy to go out and pick up stuff you don't need and then be like, I don't need it.
Just stop talking so Diamond can talk, please.
No, it's not sold. Rainbow not sold out yet. But I'm just telling y'all gotta get y'all orders in. They ordering fast, y'all. They ordering fast. Y'all gotta get y'all orders in, y'all. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. I got y'all like 101 orders today. I ain't gonna hold y'all for real. Shout out to y'all. Y'all was waiting on them tumblers. Y'all gotta get them fast. Go on the website. If you go on the website, catch me before 3:00. I'll send yours out today. Catch me before 3. If not, you're gonna have to catch me next week. So hear me out. Diamond, put us in your pocket. So somebody say why you holding the item on your face. Okay, go ahead, T-Mac, babe. Go ahead. Oh, T-Mac.
You on mute.
You muted.
T-Mac, you might mute it, babe. You might mute it. Hey,
This is T-Mac reporting from the beautiful Black Diamond News. T-Mac was just at the courthouse where she caught attorney T. Macadocious filing a suit against beautiful Black Diamond and I asked her, I said, well, why are you filing this suit? And T. Macadocious said, I'm filing this suit because I did my research and Who Booski Doo has sent Diamond several dragons in the past. Diamond has accused Hubuski Doo of not paying any gifts. So she is filing a court case. We will handle this, the judge said, on Monday or Tuesday of next week. We're going to let Diamond go today, but Diamond, go ahead and prepare your file. You ain't got to say nothing right now. You ain't got to say nothing. Go ahead and prepare your file because you prepare the case. Okay. All right. This is T. Macadocious. No, this is T. Mac. This is T. Mac reporting to you. Oh my God. Oh! This is T. Mac reporting from beautiful Black Diamond News. Y'all have a good holiday weekend. I love y'all. Jesus, help me, Lord. I love y'all.
You know what?
Oh, let me get out of here. I can't get out of here.
I
can't get out of here. I'll get out.
That's the reason right there.
Diamond, let me out. I can't breathe.
Listen, don't none of y'all ask me where Hoover at. Don't none of y'all ask me where Hoover at. He is in the streets somewhere where he belongs. Okay? He is in these TikTok streets where he belongs. All right? I'm throwing him back over there. Y'all can have it. I'm done.
Hoover, I never had one of them. Can I have one of those, please, Hoover?
I'm done with him. Y'all can have it.
So, Diamond, do we bring our tissues Monday?
Huh?
Do we bring our tissues Monday for Monday's session? Are we to bring our tissues to work?
What y'all gonna need tissues for?
The topic. Are you still gonna do the topic that you say that that we may need our tissues for?
Look, one of my mods in the comments talking about, and I will unblock him.
Because you said you had a topic that might just draw at our heartstrings, and so I just want to know.
It's just basically the topic was about the paternity, and the guy was very emotional about it. So it is to me, I don't like to see a man cry. So it's hard to see a man break down like that. So that's why I was like, I have to be very emotional. It's only gonna be emotional for a second though, because it's the breakdown.
And so you are going to be working Memorial Day.
I'm gonna be yeah.
Okay.
Because ain't nobody gonna cook until after 3.
She knows.
DJ Mike.
I gotta start smoking early. I gotta start smoking my chicken early.
Nobody done cooking until after 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, the barbecues and all that. So yeah, I'll be able to come on in here and have a good time with y'all.
You know what I learned today, man?
I just wanted to say something before I drop. I'm not gonna be up too long, and I know you said you gotta leave us, Diamond. Sad tears.
I guess
so I'm not one of your I'm not one of your day ones, but I'm one of your day 1.5s.
Give me that at least.
Oh, babe. Yes, you are. Of course.
And chaotic is not wrong, because when I do get on panels and tell them about my healthy relationship, I get some people who want to cherry pick and dig holes and try to find something bad about the relationship that they don't believe some of the things that I do say. They make it seem like it's unbelievable that you can be just that happy and you can actually go 22 years with not one argument.
Yeah.
They don't think that can happen, but it can. It's up to you and how you choose and how you guys choose how the dynamic of relationship is going to be. But I'm not going to see you tomorrow. So my birthday is tomorrow. And when I was in my 20s.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. When I was in my 20s, I didn't know. Hey, Diamond. Thank you guys. And when I was in my 20s, I didn't know 45 was going to look like this.
I know that's right, baby. You better show up and show out, honey. I know that's right.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna give y'all
All right,
one knock.
Have a great one. Enjoy.
I'm gonna give y'all one piece of happiness and I'm gonna walk away. The only reason why I made it 25 years is because the woman that I decided to marry tolerated the bullshit that I got going on my side, and that's why I made it 25. I'm not Jesus, and neither is she. But there's a lot that y'all can learn from understanding and being patient with people, because whether you choose accepted or not, you ain't Jesus, she ain't Jesus, and y'all blaming everybody and pointing and being angry at everything. It ain't good all the time. That's all.
They don't believe in how-to manuals around
What?
here. They say the how-to
Let Diamond ask her a question.
So, y'all, we're going to discuss this Monday. But, Kat, I want to ask you this. There's nothing wrong with us, putting up with bullshit. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the amount of bullshit. It's just the bullshit that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody cannot tolerate certain things. A lot of us want that. I want that forever relationship. We want that. Right?
Can I tell you this? I'll say this. The bullshit that we go through is never repeated. Does that make sense?
Let's go, Ludo. Let's go. Okay, but hold on. Even if it's never repeated, right? It still happens, and it's still in our mind. You get what I'm saying? It's still in our mind. I still got to look at you. You still got to look at me. You get what I'm saying? We still, you get what I'm saying? It's still, I still got to look at you and think about what you did. You got to look at me and think about what I did. If I did this.
You're right, but I'll also give this caveat and I'm done. The bullshit I'm talking about is not relationship killers. It's, I didn't know how to express my emotions at first, and she taught me. She didn't know how to handle money at first, and I taught her. I'm not talking about relationship destroying kind of areas. I'm talking about learning how to be humans and adults together and learning how to be parents together. She make a mistake, I make a mistake. We don't end the relationship because she didn't put the kids to bed on the right time, or because I didn't know how to stop playing basketball and come home at the right time. That type of bullcrap. That's what I'm talking about. But y'all have a good weekend. I'm gonna go cut my grass. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
I'm gonna say one thing, then I'm gonna drop. Okay, I was dating this guy. He was 45 years old when I met him. He cried on the first day because his mama died. I'm like, his mama died when he was 13 years old. So that was a bad sound right there, because he have like some kind of emotional issues, whatever. And from there, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give him a chance. Give him a chance, dating him and stuff, and he still have emotional problems. So on Mother's Day, he don't even say Happy Mother's Day to me. He say he it's something about Mother's Day that triggers him, and he's 58 now. And and he said it's something about Mother's Day that it triggers him. So I'm saying I watch these signs early with these guys or women that have emotional problems and stuff like that, or trauma, whatever, because relationship will go down the end. All right, bye.
You mad he don't say Happy Mother's Day?
Drop, don't do it. Don't do
it. I ain't gonna say nothing.
But have a good day.
Diamond, I ordered my tumbler.
I just seen it, honey.
I'm on TikTok. Yeah, my son, he's so nosy. I ordered my tumbler. Let me say this. You cannot tell a person when and they should stop grieving.
Yeah.
My father been dead 4 years, and I hate Father's Day
Yeah.
because I'm a dad's girl, and he ain't here.
Yeah.
So if he cringes over Mother's Day and you threw him to the curb, then you not tapping into your emotional intelligence with that man.
Exactly.
Because
'Cause that's what
everybody
we
don't
do.
grieve like you.
Yeah.
I get tired. I wasn't even gonna speak on this, but I heard that you can't tell somebody how to grieve just because you was able to get over it and brush it under the rug. Don't mean that the rest of us are.
Yeah.
My father died Mother's Day. Mother's Day is
Wow.
the day to celebrate me and my mama and my daughter.
Wow.
I don't like Mother's Day,
Exactly.
and I don't like Father's Day, but I do what I got to do for my mama because she's still here.
Mm-hmm.
But behind the scenes, baby, I am clutching these diamonds around my neck and I'm crying. I'm sliding down the wall because I'm a dad's girl.
Yeah.
Paying no more. So y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop judging somebody because they get emotional over a loved one. You
Yeah.
can't tell somebody when they supposed to grieve. Some people grieve for years, decades. I'm 40. I'll be 45 on the 16th. I will never get over my dad passing. Never.
Okay.
I see
That's
why you
healthy.
told me don't say nothing, Lady Essence. You
I
wanted
know,
to
Drop.
have
I'm
it.
sorry.
No. You wanted to have at it. You was better at it than I was. You wanted to.
Because
It
you was
don't make
about to
sense.
go in.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this and get up out of here for you
Hey,
ladies.
man.
Hey,
And
I
my
just want to say,
baby.
hey, I just want to say this. Y'all know Diamond is a romantic in a way. Y'all just think about what y'all, the information y'all feed her and how y'all feed it to her. A lot of y'all despise relationships, and we can tell. Okay, but y'all don't got to continue to feed Diamond all the foolishness that there is in a relationship. If y'all claim y'all do want to identify and be like a girl's girl like her and y'all like relationships, just think about the things y'all feed each other. Because if y'all want to be happy, I'm sure she want to be happy, and she don't want to keep hearing about all these dusty women and men.
Yeah. So yeah, I would do the DJ thing and take us out with the music, but I really gotta get. I got a lot of orders. I gotta be done by 3 o'clock, y'all. So I gotta get out of here so I can get these orders out. Thank y'all again for the support, y'all. Get your tumblers, honey, because baby, look, they about to be gone. They about to be
Y'all better hurry up because some of them sold out, baby.
Yes.
I went over there and I got that. I was like, wait a minute, let me check my savings and my EBT and my checking account and my Snap. I went ahead and got my tumbler. Listen, y'all, God bless Diamond. I hope you have an amazing weekend, beautiful.
I will. I hope you do the same too, babe.
Y'all be good. Love on each other. I'm out. Bye, Drop.
Look at
Well,
Bob.
we gotta argue next week so we can get him something to talk about.
Well, hell no. I'm tired of that. I ain't trying to argue with you no more.
My turn.
I'm gonna find somebody else to argue with.
Y'all listen. All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna head out with this. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's it. And that's my motto. Because if I'm gonna be in a relationship, you don't want me to match your energy. Please.
Baby.
Treat the way you want to be treated. And that's it. And we'll be fine. Like all of this stuff you got going on and all of this, just take it into consideration. You know what I'm saying? And think about me, think about us, think about it ain't no I in a relationship. It's we. It's we. So
We get the matching energy. Y'all get the hating us.
Right, because I will match it.
You right me, because I would take you to hell. You and me.
And you don't want me to match it. So, because once I go to matching it, I ain't got no respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. And I love y'all. And I'm going to see y'all. It is, y'all. It is. It is, Angeline. It is. So, y'all, let me get out of here. Let me get these orders out. Marco, stop. I'm not sitting in the tree with you. All right, y'all. So I will see y'all. Listen, y'all be safe out here in these TikTok streets, y'all. It's a whole war out there right now. Be safe. Okay.
That's why I be in my hiatus. Let me go on back to my hiatus.
Yes, honey. Be safe, baby. Because look, all I can say is if Oprah Winfrey Network or Jerry Springer or Zeus or somebody don't pick us up, because honey, this real life over here on TikTok. Real life. Instagram and Facebook. I don't think folks cutting their cable off for Instagram and Facebook. I'm just saying. Okay. So y'all, let me get out of here. Y'all, look, the orders is coming in. Oh shit. Let me get out of here. Y'all, let me get out of here. I love y'all, and I will see you guys Monday or maybe this weekend. It just depends. But I will see y'all. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Bye bye for now.